Salam jumpa keluarga Indonesia, kembali lagi dalam acara At Home, Home Sweet Home, dan kami akan melanjutkan obrolan kami dengan dua orang narasumber yang luar biasa, Pak David Wongso, seorang pemerhati masalah keluarga, dan Brad Huddleston, seorang expert in digital parenting. Brad, do you think teenagers who's quite active in social media, because so many social media accounts are now really established there, and not just social media, but also teenagers now involved so actively in games online games, can they still get good grades and not too affected with what they see in the social media and online games activities?
Well, in fact, we're seeing grades around the world go down.
Okay.
But it has to do not so much with the education component, it has to do with the entertainment. I didn't understand a whole lot of what you were saying, but I did pick up narcissism and hedonism.
Hedonism, yes.
Yeah, and the entertainment. And what is happening, the bulk of the problem is not coming from education and the educational uses, what we call the productive uses. It's coming from the consuming things that consume you. So most of the problems happen in the bedroom with the door shut, with parents who think their child wouldn't do anything naughty. They think they're sleeping when in fact they're not. And so what I deal with, I'm on a research team, as you know, at the University of South Africa in their Bureau of Market Research and Neuroscience Division. So I'm more interested in what their brains look like.
Okay.
From a physiological point of view, what's actually going on in the brain. And so we know beyond all doubt that this digital media is activating the brain, a part of the brain called the pleasure center. The technical term is the nucleus accumbens. It is activating it just like cocaine. In other words, the stimulation is at the same level.
Okay.
So at first, you can get by with it and learn, but over time, once the addiction sets in, then the only thing that an addict can concentrate on is what they are addicted to. So their cognitive abilities deteriorate, for sure.
Wow. Jadi keluarga Indonesia, permasalahannya bukan pada kualitas pendidikan yang menurun, tetapi kepada konsumennya, dalam hal ini adalah para muridnya, di mana karena dunia digital itu, social media, games online, itu memicu pusat di otak yang mengatur masalah kesenangan atau pleasure. Dan ketika mereka masuk ke situ, mereka fokus pada online games, kepada media sosial, maka akan muncul satu rasa senang, ya, rasa senang yang membuat mereka ketagihan terus, dan itu membanjiri otak sehingga akhirnya mengganggu konsentrasi mereka, membuat mereka tidak bisa fokus dengan lebih baik, dan sudah pasti, so definitely it will affect their grades. Okay, affect their grades and of course their concentration. You mentioned earlier when we have a little chat that the case of ADHD is increasing. Is that related with?
Yeah, the internet is 30 years old.
Okay.
And in that 30-year span since the internet was released to the public, actually from our U.S. military, it was top secret, since it's been developed in a multimedia format, ADHD is up 800%. And that's documented by Dr. Nicholas Kardaras, who wrote a book called Glow Kids.
800%.
800%, most of that digitally induced. But the good news is, if you will detox a child, you will find out what they were born with, and you will find out what has been artificially induced. And the good news is what has been created in them through the digital media will go away. So either they don't need the medication at all, or they only need the amount that they actually need because it's organic or they were born with it.
Okay.
But it is up 800%, and that has schools very worried because they're using digital technology with tablets, one-to-one laptop and tablet schools, these are called. And things are not always working out so well. So many schools around the world are actually beginning to take them out.
Oh,
and that is happening in America, it's happening in South Korea, it's happening in Australia, a lot of these countries I've been in, working in some of the schools dealing with this.
Jadi rupanya keluarga Indonesia bahwa ADHD atau Attention Deficiency Syndrome atau kemampuan untuk mulai berkurang berkonsentrasi sangat dipengaruhi oleh dunia digital. Ketika semakin anak terhisap dalam games online, semakin anak terhisap dalam dunia teknologi sehingga kecanduan, maka itu mengganggu konsentrasi mereka, dan itu di sekolah-sekolah di Amerika, di Korea, banyak sekolah-sekolah yang berpikiran maju, yang berpikir bahwa menggunakan tablet, memberikan laptop itu modern, ternyata harus tarik kembali. Karena sudah terbukti ya 800% kasus ADHD meningkat oleh karena penggunaan teknologi yang berlebihan. What about what parents should be aware of regarding the children's activity in social media? What do you think parents should be aware of?
What has people worried around the world is anger. When you talk
Okay.
about symptoms of smokers, they have lung problems. With an alcoholic, it would be liver problems. When it comes to digital addiction, the addiction is in the exact same part of the brain, but the top symptom is anger. And so that if you take the device away, the child has a meltdown. They become very angry. The second symptom are anxiety disorders, and at the top of that list, you need to be really aware that depression is extremely high around the world, and so are suicide rates. And that's in the news all the time. And then thirdly, an emotional numbness. Now, the medical condition is called anhedonia. But basically, if you've ever heard your child say, I'm bored, I'm bored, I'm bored, that is epidemic around the world as well. So be aware of those three things: anger, anxiety, depression, and boredom.
Wow, 3 hal yang harus orang tua waspadai akibat dari anak yang begitu aktif dalam sosial media. Yang pertama adalah kemarahan yang biasanya muncul ketika anak mulai dihambat untuk berinteraksi dengan gadgetnya. Lalu yang kedua adalah depresi, justru semakin banyak kasus bunuh diri karena depresi, karena mungkin mereka di media sosial melihat teman-temannya bisa ke sana kemari, mereka nggak bisa, sehingga akhirnya mereka depressed dan mereka commit suicide. Dan kemudian yang ketiga adalah what the third one is, I forgot what the third one is.
Numbness,
Numbness.
emotional numbness.
Emotional numbness. Bagaimana mereka secara emosi tidak bisa lagi ekspresif. Mereka tidak lagi mati rasa lah gitulah. Mati rasa. Saya jadi ingat. I just remember a few days ago that there's a big riot after the football, and then there's a victim. Somebody was killed. He was beaten up by a bunch of teenagers. What really moves me and makes me sad is those people who beat up this guy doesn't show any pity, doesn't show any
No remorse.
Yeah.
It's very common.
It's very common.
Yeah, there was a study done, I believe it was at the University of Boston, and the question was asked to a large group of students, if you could rape someone without any consequences, would you do it? And an extremely high number said they would.
Wow.
And there was a correlation there between the digital saturation and a numbing, or losing the empathy and the compassion for other people.
Wow.
And so in America, the way that manifests is school shootings, where they have no empathy for their classmates. And most of those children are the shooters were first-person shooter, playing first-person shooter games, and they had been bullied. And we know with bullying, they have post-traumatic stress disorder and all the associated problems with that. And that comes directly from the digital world.
Iya, jadi dunia digital ini bisa membuka pintu, tadi saya katakan, pada salah satunya adalah bullying. Dan mereka melakukan tindakan kekerasan ya di Amerika, penembakan terhadap teman-teman sekolahnya, kemudian supporter sepak bola yang membunuh supporter kesebelasan lawannya. Ini semua karena secara mati rasa. Karena apa? Karena mereka sudah terkontaminasi, mereka begitu kecanduan dunia digital dan mereka terpengaruh dari hal-hal negatif yang mereka dapatkan dari situ. Ini hal-hal yang keluarga Indonesia perlu perhatikan, sehingga jangan sampai anak-anak Anda merasa aman Anda ada di rumah, tetapi sebetulnya mereka sedang diracuni dan dirusak oleh media yang mereka tonton melalui gadget-gadget mereka. It's getting warmer. We will talk again later, but we have to take a break. Kami akan kembali setelah pesan-pesan berikut ini.